Hey guys, this is Andrea from Enabling Progress Conversations around the NDIS with Deb Lund. And we have a very special guest today. Who do we have down there? And I will, for our audio listeners, he is, there we go, Archie. If you're a Patreon member, you would have met Archie. Archie, oh, we lost the phone. Guys, for my audio listeners, we have just lost the phone.
Just dropped you.
Again, we are not a professional operation. Guys, yep,
I think.
hang on.
I can't get it back in.
Guys, I'm going to go on with the podcast, and editing is wonderful. So, guys, we actually did our homework, and guys, I actually have a mute button today. In that
Andrea did her homework. I haven't had time. I'll be honest. I've just been running and running.
Yep. Yeah. So you've been running. How was your Easter?
My Easter was quiet, although on Good Friday I got a phone call to say one of the participants was in hospital.
Oh.
Easter Monday I got a phone call to say that one of the participants had run out of AIDS. So it's just, yeah.
Can I say, this is where I'm going to put my pharmacy assistant hat on here. This is where we say follow procedure. Don't wait till you put in the last one on. The last box is when we say to order them, because we don't know when we're going to get them in from the warehouse.
That's right. It takes time.
We may not have them on the shelf, especially the super specialist ones. Same with thickener or thickened fluids as well.
Yes.
Sorry guys, a bit of a rant. Also, the other thing I did my homework is, because we recorded Monday, Thursday, my Easter was quite good as well. However, I made a tactical error in that I have a littlie in my life who is a toddler.
Yes.
In his Easter basket, you know those party favours, and I think they're unique to Australia. But they're like a little trumpet that's got like streamers on the end.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I put one of them in his Easter basket. I'm not surprised it came home in my handbag.
You know, when my kids were toddlers, we were given, quite a few things, and I was always into interactive toys, always. Interactive books, interactive toys, and some of them just never got batteries. Or they had one set of batteries and didn't get another set.
Well, we are a very active family. We're essentially an arts family. And I've always valued the arts. And so we had kids karaoke was our main entertainment because we just did a bring a plate on Saturday. No, Sunday type of thing. But again, also with the Easter Bunny, it actually goes back to Constantine making Christianity the state religion of Rome. And essentially the pantheon of pagan goddesses became what we now as the Christian saints. More information, shout out to Viscon TV, Paul Wallace, and Who Did What Now, the Social History podcast as well. We didn't get to church, but we are not regular church goers. We are Christians by faith, but
so you do the Christmas, the Easter,
that
kind of stuff, yeah.
We believe that you can still follow the faith, you can still pray and have your community.
Well, what do they say? 2 or more. As long as there's 2 or more gathered, that's, so that's okay. And it doesn't matter what religion you're into. Every religion has their traditions, and every religion has their things that they observe. I know my housemate's boyfriend was doing Lent. So there were different, there's different elements in everything.
Yeah.
And if you're not religious, well, you're not religious. And, I don't actually believe in religion as religion. I believe in relationship.
Yeah.
So
I'm very much the same. Very much the same as well. And guys,
don't chew on your lead.
Also, I have a very...
Don't chew on your lead.
Guys, for our audio listeners, and I will have to edit.
Archer's chewing on his lead.
We have Debbie's dash hound.
Yes, he's his standard dashie.
With us. We're in a park.
And I went out the door. I'm taking the old harness to somebody else, and he spotted me with the harness in my hand.
Rookie error.
Yeah, and he just about broke down the door trying to get out. So I thought, well, we're going to a park. I'll take him with me. I've got to stop and drop off some paperwork on the way back. So
yeah. Now talking about paperwork, really weird segue. I was talking to one of our team and said about the philosophical question of why does every support worker or community worker, childcare worker or mum have a horror story about mouldy fruit in the day centre bag? You know what we worked out? It's not a philosophical question at all. It comes down to communication.
Yeah.
And guys, I'm going to loop back in a really weird ADHD way. Is in support worker skills, it all comes back to communication. So how are you communicating with your clients? What does empty your bag mean to them? Does that mean grab your lunchbox out, grab any receipts, any permission slips out, and leave the rest in there? Or is that you dump it on the bed, lunchbox somewhere remotely near the kitchen and leave a trail. Trail, exactly. Or is that, like me, a combination of the both of lunchboxes in the kitchen, lunchboxes unpacked, receipts to whoever, notes in the diary, you sit down with someone, map out the next day with, is there commission slips, is there phone calls to be made? Well,
yeah.
And guys, this is again where doing your homework is critical because we both work from the HALT framework. And HALT is an acronym. So hungry. Oh my God, I've just lost my notes, guys.
I was going to say, I don't know HALT.
HALT,
I know the KISS principle.
What's the KISS?
Keep it simple, stupid.
I walked straight into that one, guys. Also, our team member who I was talking to over Easter has clarified that we are a good vibe. Because we had questions, are we a good vibe or a bad vibe? So HALT is started in addiction and childcare. So it's HALT, are you hungry? But are you physically hungry, spiritually hungry? Angry. And are you angry?
Yeah.
What caused the behaviour? Are you isolated? Which goes into the next one. Lonely. HAL. Yeah, lonely. Why are you lonely? Are you surrounded by people who will enable you, especially that it started in addiction? And Australia sees addiction as a disease, not a moral failing.
Yes, absolutely.
And then HAL.
Yeah, I think
time. What time? What do they normally do at this time? Are they out of routine as well? And then have they eaten as well? What are they eating? Is it sugar? Because guys, I am physically looking after my health and doing a low fiber diet, which is quite interesting at the moment, as well. Especially with
low fiber diet.
Low fiber diet, yes, for low residue.
Oh,
yes. So, guys, for those of you who work in healthcare, just by that statement alone, you can know what procedure I'm going for.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, low fiber diet. Yeah. And so, but it goes down to communication. And we, on Monday, Thursday, we dox ourselves? We showed a masterclass in how not to communicate.
Because we always talk over each other. But we are listening to each other.
We are, surprisingly. Also, for my visual listeners, my audio listeners, Squish Pickles is a sensory toy type of thing, like a...
Yeah, soft and squishy with those strings hanging off him.
He's actually in my bag of recording equipment, and I've also got a stress ball for you. And guys, please remember that stress balls are not for throwing at people who annoy you in the office.
I don't have anyone in the office at the moment. Maybe that's my problem because of our fuel costs. My support coordinator is not coming into work. He's working from home.
Now, so that's one I wanted to
a big thing.
Touch on is that it's okay to not know how to feel about the fuel crisis, and it's okay to switch off from the media as well. And
yes, I've got a friend that's very, very distressed about a possible global war going on. You know, what the hell is going on? You know, why is one country trying to overtake and manage everybody else? You know, it's really, and they're really, because they're an older person, they're really quite, you know, agitated.
Yeah. And that would be hard for them because it could be bringing back memories for them. Because unfortunately, if they know patterns, that would be a huge pattern for them seeing different countries, but same patterns.
Yes.
As well. And guys, it's okay to switch off from TikTok. And what a weird timeline that we live in with the Lego videos on TikTok. I know you're not on TikTok, but
no. What Lego videos?
So there is so I don't get copyright strike.
Yeah.
Middle East Lego propaganda videos on TikTok at the moment.
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow.
Let's just put that one. And guys, that one is I have locked in a English teacher to do a media literacy episode as well. Now, guys, going back to communication, it is kind of sad that we've got to point it out that it all comes back to communication in support. So, guys, don't assume anything about the person or the company. So we were talking offline when we were doing our run sheet. You were saying, even before you accept the job, do your homework. So what homework should they be doing?
Well, they need to, when you're doing an interview, before you go, look them up online. If they don't have an online presence, then see what you can find out from other people. When you go to the interview, like, I don't have an online presence. I don't have a website. I don't do Facebook. I don't need to. I've never advertised.
And I think this would be as much online as you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but, you know, if you're going for an interview as a support worker, in general, if it's a bigger company, you will find that they'll have a website or some kind of online presence. Usually it's a Facebook page where they advertise their day service and what activities they're doing, things like that. And that's things you need to look at. And just ask questions. When you go to an interview, don't just sit there and accept everything that they're telling you. Ask them questions. Ask them, you know, what rates they're paying, how, you know, what rates on the weekends. Are they following the SHADS award? What SHADS award level would you be? This kind of thing, so that they understand that you have an understanding of what the SHADS award even is. Yep. Like, a lot of support workers don't even understand the SHADS award.
And are they paying fuel? Are they paying comms allowance?
That's right.
If you have a disturbance during a sleepover shift, how are they paying it as well? And guys, even before you get to the interview, what framework do they work in? Are they medical? Are they psychosocial? Are they values driven? So religion. If you're an independent and advertising for clients, it works in the reverse. Because you, as a atheistic client, might get very atheistic client having a support worker pray for you.
And those things are things that you need to not. I know he wants to run.
She is with us at the moment, guys. And also, even then,
just see where you go. Don't go too far.
As well, knowing what is within your scope. You are community. You are not a health professional. Can I say it louder for people in the back? You are community, not a health professional.
Yeah, that's right.
I have
keep within your scope of your role and understand that role. Ask for your role description. When you go for an interview, ask for that role description and look it over and have an understanding of what they're expecting of you, so that if you're asked to do things outside of that, you can go, well, I'm sorry, but that's outside my scope.
Yeah. And know that you might be trained for a high level of support, but if you're getting paid for that level, know what you can and can't do.
Yes.
Well, guys, can I just say, going back to communication, there's a difference between gossip and doing your coach work and due diligence, guys.
Too far out.
So, yeah, there's a difference between that. Gossip is about power. It's about harm. It's about
trying to get it over someone else.
Where doing your due diligence is doing accurate handovers, information gathering. If you want a job as a support worker, are they hiring? What is it like working for them? That's when
absolutely
talking to, like, not if they're on shift and obviously on shift, but saying, hey, can I have a coffee with you? I'm interested in working for this person.
Archie.
Guys, we're going to have to take a break and come back on the other side. Hang on, guys. So, Debbie, you, before we had a lead issue, you wanted to talk about communicating with your client.
Yes. And look, some clients, from a support coordinator's perspective, some clients like to be communicated with by email. Some like text or phone calls. The other thing that I've found too is that with support workers and myself as well, when we're working with nonverbal people, we have to be very aware of processing time, giving them the time to be able to think about what you've asked, not make it too complicated. So don't ask too much at once.
No.
And make it pretty much a yes or no answer. I know we've kind of trained as, you try and ask open questions, but with some people you ask closed questions so that you can proceed as quickly as possible with whatever you're doing, but with their consensus. So, and nonverbal people, you might be able to use PECs where you use a card. It might be a green card for yes and a red card for no, or a tick or a cross, or you might be able to take photos of them doing things like take a photo of their bathroom at shower time, photos of clothes on the bed ready to get dressed, photos of them eating, things like that. So when you're ready in the future, take the photos, laminate them, and when you're ready in the future to do a dinner time or whatever, show them that, okay, this is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
And it's not treating them like they're stupid.
No.
And that's the thing, because most of the time they comprehend very, very well. They listen.
That's where.
And they comprehend very well.
And don't infantilize them unless they are a child or have the mind of a child.
Yeah.
And it is.
And we do have people that have that mindset of a 3 or 4 year old or a 5 to 6 year old. But for a lot of people, they can comprehend, especially stroke people.
Yes. Also, how is your brother-in-law? Sorry, stroke victim.
Yeah. He's getting there. Let's hope another 12 months. Yes. It's early days. It's 12 months since he's come out of hospital. So it's early days. But, and that's the thing, I think, is not to expect too much too quickly.
Yes.
Slow down and just take the time that people need to be able to understand what you're asking. There's nothing that gets a behaviour going quicker than frustration.
Yeah.
And
And I was saying that clients are allowed to have a bad day. Like, yes, if it's a pattern of behaviour, you've got to get to the bottom of it. Is it attention seeking?
Yeah, there's always a trigger. There's always something.
A trigger. But can we say, if you're working with a person with their very, very first plan, they are generally going to be in crisis mode, aren't they? It can be a couple of years before they're on the straight and narrow.
It's getting that team together around them that they need and getting them to understand how it all works. And look, it's very difficult with the NDIS system. I always bring it back to the basics of this area of funding is where your support workers come from, and your consumables and your transport, things like that. This area of funding is where we get our OT, our psychs, our speechy, our physio, get down dog.
Archie was about to chew the microphone. Yeah, our physio, our speech. So physiotherapist, speech pathologist.
Yes.
For our international listeners, we're in Australia, so of course we shorten words.
Oh, yes. I never really think too much about it, but yeah, acronyms are a big thing for us.
It is. So, yeah, and can I say that we're also saying to support workers, working within your scope. So,
yes,
I did a quick Google. So, ask about the clarification of questions as well. So, if you're working in someone's home, so it may not just be still homes, it may just be their home. But you can't say, oh, I don't do housework.
No, it's
part of the role. Cooking.
The thing is, not doing it for the rest of the family. You are doing it for the person that you're working for.
Yeah.
And I've often found that, in particular, private workers that are running their own show as sole traders can get very tangled. Do not chew your lead. Can get very tangled up in the relationship and overstep the boundaries, and then also can become taken advantage of by the family.
Yeah.
You've got, someone that you're looking after in the family, and then the parents are older and they might, and they'll leave all the dishes for you from all day.
Yeah.
They'll leave all the ironing. Oh, it's not just you doing your participants ironing, then you're also doing the family ironing. There are things that you have to have boundaries and understand your boundaries and make sure from the get-go that your participants and their families understand your boundaries.
Yeah. And also, again, you can't bring your own values and beliefs into it. If you're working for a religious company, okay, it might be there, but
yeah. But it's like business is never a good arena for religion or politics to be in.
Yes.
You're best to kind of keep business as it is, run to the policies and procedures that you need to, and we've all got legislation that we have to abide by. And I'm sure even, the other countries would have all the legislation that,
exactly,
they'd have to stick to. So it's no different, really. You just have to have an understanding of your job and what it is and how to conduct yourself professionally but still be friendly. Because remember, you're not their friends. You are getting paid to be there. I mean, if you were their friends, you'd pop in on a Saturday afternoon and say, come to a barbecue. But you're not that. You're there for a certain amount of hours and then you're gone. And
if they're going to the barbecue, you're the one providing transport.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, that is a support worker thing, and not a friend thing. So you've got to be very careful. And your boundaries and communicating those boundaries is something you need to do assertively but not aggressively.
Again, coming back to clear, honest, frank communication.
And not a lot of people can do that.
No. And being frank and honest and simple communication, but not using big words. Use big words if they're uni-level educated. And that's the thing, don't assume that disability equals stupid.
No, of course not. Never. Never.
As well. But they actually might have more education than you. As well. So
you know so much more about some very odd things than I do. I must admit, there's some strange things that you know a lot about, but that's your thing.
It is my thing.
And that's not my place to go, oh, you're a bit weird.
No, that's my place to go, I'm a bit weird.
No, but, everybody's got their own things that they like to do and don't do, and you just got to learn those things and fit into it.
However, one of my friends, she is essentially a ride or die, told me I am in the wrong trade. She told me I should be doing stand-up. However, every person I have a conversation about this, it's like, yeah, I want to see the show. I'm like, however, I cannot do it for one simple reason. Confidentiality. And there has been, I think there's been 4 disability advocates getting copyright strikes from TikTok because they've offended people online. You don't punch down. You don't ever describe the clients, the situation. This is where the brains behind Dr. Glocken, Dr. Mike, stuff like that, they do skits about the doctors and their specialties and, oh, we've got a case of this or we've got a case of that. So it is very hard. And this is, again, goes back to gossip and handovers. Gossip is about that intent, about making people feel bad.
Yeah.
Where information sharing is behind closed doors, it's gathering that patterns of behaviour to get the person the support they need. And it's about the way you do it. It's behind a closed door, or it's in the office when you're signing that person out from their day service, or if the day centre bus drops into the door, it's doing that at the door. Having the door of the bus closed as well.
Yeah.
Which is a huge thing. And when Archie is wanting a walk, and then the other one, I didn't think we'd have time to do this, but we do.
Yeah.
Is never assume that a support worker, when they're on their phone, is on social media. I reckon we should do a whole other topic on that one, because everything in the support worker's life.
Yeah.
Rostering. Notes.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything is on an app on their phone these days. And the thing is, not only that, you could have been having a discussion about, for example, the movie world roller coaster that got stuck, that kind of thing, and they're researching stuff. Oh, that happened.
Yeah, for our audio listeners, I just had a look of confusion because Debbie was across media that I wasn't, which is a very rare turn of events. So she has, for those who are following along, taking this tally. Also, the reason I know so much about things is because of my health issues. I have had times where it has not been great for me, where I have not been able to do much except to research, do short courses, type of thing. As well. And can I also say that for families, do your homework on your agencies as well, because what might be great for one person that you've heard fabulous things about, because of your family dynamics, you might be the person who expects the support worker to drop them to church and then they have a family dinner on a Sunday afternoon and they're out all Sunday, type of thing. But the cell or whatever might expect them to be home on a Sunday to do the homework. What framework they work in? Is there 24/7 in the cell? Do you need mental safety? Can your person be left on their own, or is that not safe?
Yeah, that's right.
Does your person leave a trail? Oh, guys, for those who are following, my shirt has come back to me.
What is it?
In the because where I work is a medical suite, we have multi-agency change rooms.
Oh, okay.
So it was in the change room. Yeah, Andrea got me bombed on the work social chat, didn't I? Because we have a very millennial workforce.
Yes.
Guys as well. But I'm surprised that it didn't have a more philosophical answer, because I thought the banana would have been switching timelines to annoy the support worker. No, it's more mundane of prompting someone, knowing their routine, knowing that will they have the fruit. And our team said that if they come in with the fruit in the bottom of the bag that's not fit to eat, they have a bowl there. They work with a local greengrocer as well. She's one of our team. But yeah, don't assume that they're on their phone, and don't assume that they're recording the person for social media. It might be for seizures, it might be for training for OTs, it might be
the positive behaviour clinician may not have seen a meltdown or seen what's going on during a meltdown and may need that information in order to pull together their reporting properly and their strategies. So there can be a lot of reasons why you'll find that support workers well, they just shouldn't be putting anybody on Facebook or anything like that anyway.
No, unless it's long-suffering Bob situation who we will be sitting in the
waiver and they're happy for that to be, but it would only be like, taking a picture of someone down the park, like have a nondescript kind of
nondescript. You can't figure out where they are.
Yeah.
And can I clarify that Bob is completely independent?
Yeah.
She knew exactly what she was getting into as well.
Yep.
In that,
but she had worked for agencies.
There's
a difference. It's not like someone that's just gone, I can do that, and they've just gone and done it, or gone out as a sole trader with just barely their cards and nothing else. She's have some experience in it.
She's worked for agencies. Come out on her own, and she does a lot of the back end work with me. And guys, we're over on YouTube. We're 3 subscribers off monetization. So guys, if you can share, comment, if you're listening on Spotify or any other platforms, please leave a comment as well. And guys, I've been so slack, but shout out to our patrons who make this even possible. Guys, I do have a Patreon as well, because I would love to get to the point where I have this as my full-time job. Deb's looking at me with absolute horror.
No, it's all right.
No?
It's up to you.
It is. However, that is...
Your choice and control.
It is choice and control. And can we go, choice and control it is about participant dignity, but it's also about fucking around and finding out that your actions may have negative consequences.
And look, it's all about risk benefit. I don't think it's about risk management. You can try and manage risk, but honestly, you really need to look at, well, is there a benefit in them trying this? Are they going to realise their limitations? Are they going to realise it, or are they going to be able to extend themselves because they've taken the risk?
Because for me, it has been a bit of a mixed bag with a bit of both. I can't go into why, but it has also extended me as well in that stage presence, media awareness, privacy awareness, and knowing about consent and consent laws, and knowing what's going on in the disability sector.
Yes.
And knowing how to keep people's privacy, keep people's confidentiality, and respecting what they won't share online. And not just, and guys, full disclosure, I won't deceptively edit. In fact, we have decided when we were listening to some playback that we are going to keep some very funny moments in as well.
Well, it's just how it is. I mean, I think you can polish things.
Yeah.
You can always polish things to a point where it's all shiny, but that's not real.
And that's not showing who we are as people, who you are as a support coordinator and a person. And also, guys, this is a question that I'm throwing Debbi under the bus with.
Mm-hmm.
As well, given that the local council bus has just come through. Also, guys, for those who are keeping track, I finally have my bus card. I realised that the app had a bug in it because Toowoomba does not use go-karts, but they have an app for kids using the local council buses to get to and from school. And so it was essentially 2 pages of code where they were able to have it as a card on your phone wallet.
Oh, okay.
Which,
cool.
However, there's still discussions ongoing around bus routes and bus training. But day centre. I know you used to run a day centre as well. Because, yes, I can't go into why. I know that because we realised we knew each other way before we actually connected with each other. We got each other's paths beforehand. But what to you, and this is going to be a highly, highly subjective question, what to you, if a person was not work capable, was never going to be work capable, not even an ADE, day centre was the best option, what to you makes a good day centre?
I think it's listening to the participants as to what they're interested in and what they want to do.
Yes.
And because you've got a group, it's always I always used to do a vote, and then we'd work it out like that, and then we'd have like, okay, so for today, this is what we're going to do because the majority voted on that, but next week we're going to do the other thing. Yes, because okay, we're going to do what you want to do this week, but these people wanted to do something else, so we're going to do the something else next week. So that way, everybody gets a go at what they want to do.
Yes.
I think it's about listening and making sure that, if there's any nutritional needs or anything like that in there, that is all catered to. And it really is very full on to team lead something like that because you really.
So did you split it off into different groups or just have them as a big group?
On one day we did, but other times we do like a barbecue, but we'd go shopping for the barbecue and we'd all go shopping after we had decided what we wanted.
Yeah.
Everybody kicked in their bit of money for it. If someone didn't do barbecue and wanted to just have their sandwiches, that was fine. You're still with us. You're not.
And I know for a fact you were in a facility that had accessible bathroom, accessible showers, and barbecue on site.
Yep.
And
it's important to have the facilities right. Yeah, that's right. You don't need a lot. Like, really, you don't need a lot. As long as you've got a bit of room, bit of green space, a couple of decent trees. They can, if they want to go and sit out in the shade and read books for the afternoon, that's what you can do.
Yeah.
It's about going with the flow a bit as well, but also planning things.
Yeah.
And looking at what everybody wants to do, and plan that across your month.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is that for both of you who aren't in the disability space, that's all skills building. It's remembering to bring your money, remembering the budget. It's being responsible for an item. It's when you get to the register.
People that the parents would go, no, they can't have $5 to do that. They can't have $5 or $10 to do a barbecue or a major dinner or anything like that. They can't do that. And we work around that. As much as we could, we would work around that.
Yeah.
But sometimes people don't get that, and I'll just go off on a big tangent. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. Like,
you were skills building with a whole group of people.
Oh, absolutely.
And sometimes, did you guys ever, no, you guys never do movie nights or movie days or anything?
We did do movie afternoons because in the morning was when we did our main activity. If we were going out, always come back for lunch. And then sometimes it was, they'd cook their lunch and everybody be involved in that, making the salad, making the lunch, making the garlic bread up, whatever it was that we decided to do that day. And that was based on a vote.
Yeah.
So, and then, sometimes then in the afternoon, it might be 2:00 before we finished mulling around the table because we'd set the table up properly and have the tables out the back and set them up properly and, and everybody had a role, and that's really important to think about that.
And that's the thing. Everyone had a role. Everyone was involved, and did those roles move as well?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
And you weren't the only. Can I clarify? You weren't the only support worker.
Oh, good Lord, no. I would have anything up to 6 or 8 support coordinators with 30 or 40 people.
Support workers or
support workers? Yes.
You're tired.
I am. I've had a really messy week.
Yeah.
It's only been 3 days, but holy hell, it's been a big 3 days.
Yes. And guys, this is why we say that support coordinators, LACs, your team leader are the people you need to be honest with. Give them the time before a public holiday, not after.
Yes. Not during.
Not after
a good thing.
No, because you might have done the country run and visited the family.
Well, that's right. I could have been away. So,
yes.
Exactly. So, I mean, our fellow that's gone into hospital, he's been in and out a couple of times. Now they've discovered that he's actually got a fractured knee.
Oh.
But it's taken since Christmas to get that sorted.
Yes.
Like, hello. Oh, my goodness.
And
And now he's in a brace for 6 weeks and he's hating it.
I can imagine that.
He likes to be independent of other people and he's really struggling. But then the others, it was the expectation that I would go out and get those aids. And, and I said, well, I looked up on Coles and then my card wouldn't work. And I said, well, here you go. I sent it to them. I said, look.
Coles Online deliver, DoorDash, or is it from the local chemist?
Yes. And
they deliver? There is cut-off days.
They've been having Maccas and things during the week. I knew that they'd been having Maccas and stuff during the week. But when I questioned the next day on the Tuesday about, did you get the stuff from Coles? Oh, no. I found these in the cupboard. And it was like, well, it was okay for me to run around and do things for you or, feel like
Yeah.
And yet you didn't do anything for yourself.
No, and this is where for low to medium support needs, it's essentially the goal of doing the support coordinator and the support worker, doing yourself out of job.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
We're trying to capacity build them all the time, trying to get them to a stage. And we know, look, some people will never understand value of money.
Yeah.
We know that. We know that there's limitations for some people in what they can understand and work with. And that's fine. We work around that as much as we can.
And then there's me who's just tied up who won't even buy the Pop-Tarts. Again, my eating not great. However, again, I am working with a holistic naturopath who is also a fully qualified dietitian. And the low residue diet is wild, what you can and can't have on it. But it is for the preparation, because the preparation for this procedure is quite wild. As well, guys. So it is something where I have made the conscious decision, and I think my support team and my family are breathing a sigh of relief over this. Of instead of just coasting along, be a bit more intentional of my decisions. And so I'm turning off the TV at night and focusing on my craft. I'm getting all of our show notes that I've been promising you guys for the last 3 years together. I'm being a lot more intentional in spending time with family and friends. And also as part of that, yes, I have chronic health conditions and disabilities, but why was I just coasting along? I have discovered new treatments, and so I'm going to actively pursue those treatments around nutrition as well. So that's where I'm at as well. Debbie, I don't know if you'll be breathing a sigh of relief that I will be starting bus training next week as well.
Yeah.
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 Because that's been a long time coming as well in that.
And honestly, I used to be really good with all of that kind of stuff, but now I admit that I'm finding it's a struggle. And I think because, I always think of the brain as a series of filing cabinets, and I'm afraid that all my filing cabinet drawers are open and overflowing into each other at the moment. So I really am struggling to compartmentalise. I used to be very good at it, not so much now. So, things change over time.
And again, things change over time. Independence might be, so a cell house, they might skills build so much that the person feels constrained with the rules and the regulations of the cells. So moving them out into a unit might be the best option, or them doing sleepaways, whatever, because we are very aware of the housing crisis.
Yeah.
Or find it on flatmate.com, whatever. But then someone who used to live independently, due to the condition or situation, they might need a SIL.
Yeah.
That's where...
Still being 24/7 care. Not nursing home. We're not talking nursing home kind of care.
No.
Although, sometimes,
that is what's needed.
Yeah, sometimes there is that need in there. And that becomes then, it goes up a level again from SIL.
Yeah.
But your basic SIL is, dare I say it, walkers, talkers, that generally...
Go for it. Low support needs.
Yeah. Medium to low support needs.
Yep.
That you can build capacity with.
Yes.
But then you go to different, and that's why there's different ratios. We've got the 1 to 3.
Yeah.
And then we come to a 1 to 2 ratio where there's that little bit more care needed.
Yes.
And then you get your 1 to 1 ratio where, we're looking at high level care where they need, literally 1 to 1 or even a 2 to 1. So 2 support workers to 1 person. I have someone that has 2 to 1 needs, not all day, and it's mainly for personal care.
Yeah. So you're hoisting, you're showering.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So that's when there's 2 to 1. But in general, and the majority of SILs are 1 to 3, 1 to 2.
Yeah, as well. And
you really have to fight for a 1 to 1.
Yeah, as well. Guys, we're going to leave it there. Guys, again, if you can like, share, comment, and again, we do not feed the trolls. But if you've got a question, concern, asking us, because we know things are changing so rapidly depending on the platform. We know some disability advocates are leaving some platforms due to political reasons. Let's just say it's more astute for them to be on longer form platforms where there is more nuance for conversation as well. Again, thank you to our team who make this possible. To Debbie, thank you. Long-suffering Bob, thank you. Our Patreon members as well, and our producer as well. Our team, you guys know who you are, who make this possible as well, guys. And can I shout out to my family as well, who have grudgingly gone, oh, if you have to, you can restart as well. So, guys, Patreon links will be in the show notes as well as Fifth Kind TV, Paul Wallace, Who Did What Now podcast, and other disability advocates that are aware of the changes around legislation, banning orders, and what is happening with support coordinators. See ya, guys.